my name's Alex, the Big Boy Very. I'm the Global PR Director for Madcatz, and I'm here with my favorite YouTube channel, Pimpy Pup. I love you guys, and we're here showing off our brand new Mojo gaming console. Look at this over here. Do you know the thing of beauty? So this launches later this holiday season, and you want to ask me any questions about it, or shall I just talk endlessly about this bad boy? What happened to your finger? I want to know that.
I got it stuck on the door.
But you got some bling going on there with the blue. I like that.
That's the color.
That's the color
to match my gaming pad.
Ah, I see what you're doing there. You see, you're trying to match the Madcatz bling. I love it. So, yeah, this is Mojo.
Well, what's original about Mojo versus let's say right now you have the competitor like you have the Ouya, you have there's another one called the
Game Stick, Game Hop. There's a few different Android consoles coming out. And you know what? First of all, I'd like to say that we love them all. So everybody can live together. That's a great thing. But we are doing things a little bit differently to some of the other guys out there on the marketplace. So really, there's first of all, we're going on record as saying power. We're out there for the core gamer. So we want to be the most powerful Android console on the market. And when we launch this holiday season, it's going to have the most powerful chipset. So for a start, we're going after power. So we really want to be running the latest, greatest Android games for core gamers. We're about trying to replicate the core gaming experience for the mobile world. Because if you see what's coming down the pipe for Android in about 18 months from now, we're talking about games that rival PS3 and Xbox 360. So really, that's kind of the market that we're going after. The second thing that we want to say is that Madcatz, we're making the commitment to the gamer that we're going to have the most powerful hardware. But we're saying that, so we're going to have the most powerful hardware, but we're saying we're going to...
or Snapdragon 800.
Can't talk about it yet. Can't talk about it yet. We're going to be announcing final specs later in the year. We don't want to show our hand just yet. Specs is very big, just like me. Specs is very big. We understand that's important. We're not revealing our chipset just yet. We're going to be talking about that later on in the year. We're going to go on record as saying that it's certainly our intention to be the most powerful Android games console when we launch later in the year. But we're saying that we're bringing the hardware, you bring the games. This is the main difference between us and our competitors. With our competitors, you're buying software through their own store, basically, their own storefront. And you've got 100, 200 games to pick from. We're not. We're open Android. So when you log on,
I heard about it. So then how are games working with the controller?
Perfectly, which is a great thing. I'm going to talk to you about that in just a second from now. Yeah. So when you log on, you can access Google Play or Amazon. If you've already got a bunch of games that you've downloaded to your smartphone or to your tablet device, they're going to work instantly, day one, free of charge. You can download the games you already own from Google Play directly onto Mojo, and you can play them. So a lot of Android games, as you guys and your viewers already know, a lot of Android games have already got controller support built in. I don't know if you can film the screen here. If I go into so if I go into something like Riptide, for instance, I'll show you how good this looks on a big screen TV. So a lot of games have already got controller support, as I said, and they'll work straight out of the box without a problem at all. I go on to Dead Trigger. Let's play some of that. I'll actually show you guys that running. Okay, you feel me?
Yes, yeah.
Keep popping in now. So let's load up some Dead Trigger for you guys. So Dead Trigger's got controller support already built in, and our controller will run practically any Android game straight out of the box. I can actually just put myself into the game now.
So how is this different from, like, let's say a Mojo controller? Which is an Android controller.
Okay, see, so this is all part of the secret sauce, right? So when you buy the Mojo Games console, you get the controller R, which is what I'm using here at the moment, okay? This is the world's most sophisticated Bluetooth controller. So you can see the controller's working fine with the game. This isn't a special version of Dead Trigger. This is regular Dead Trigger that we've downloaded straight from the Android store this morning, straight from Google Play. And it's just running perfectly out of the box. But part of the secret sauce is with the controller that we were talking about. I don't want to hold a competitor's product. I don't think that's very fair.
But I'm just asking, how does that differ from like something, that...
I'm about to tell you, I'll tell you. So this has actually got two Bluetooth radios. Yeah. So unlike some of the other Bluetooth controllers, this has got Bluetooth Classic and Bluetooth 4.0. It's the first controller to have Bluetooth 4.0.
Oh, really? 4.0.
Yeah.
So it's less lag.
It's far less lag.
Yeah.
A regular Bluetooth controller will give you around 100 milliseconds of lag. Bluetooth 4.0 will give you around 7 milliseconds, which holds at around the same rate as an Xbox 360 controller.
when you're playing games, that makes a big difference.
Huge difference. It also gives you amazing battery life, about 40 to 45 hours of gameplay from 2 standard batteries.
Is this a standalone unit or is this something with
So this comes with the Mojo. When you buy the Mojo, we're also selling it as a standalone product this summer.
that will work with our phones?
Yeah. Well, you've already got, so it already works with the phones out of the box.
Cool. Check that out.
We've actually got this one here is linked up to a Samsung phone. It's going to come with a phone mount as well that's going to connect up to it.
Oh, that's great.
So that comes out of the box. So, you know, the idea is that you buy the controller in the morning, you can hook it up to your cell phone, use that on the commute. Check this out though, this is what makes it really unique. When you go into work, you can switch it into PC mode, hook it up to your PC, and it'll act as a regular PC controller. And then when you're at home, throw it onto your big screen TV and use it with your Mojo Games console. So it's one controller that you can use with multiple different platforms, right? You can use it with your cell phone, with your tablet, with your PC, with your laptop, and of course with your Mojo. Everything is open. You don't want to buy the Mojo Games console, just buy the controller, use it with your cell phone or your tablet. When you buy your Mojo console and you want to use somebody else's controller, you want to use the Mojo controller, go ahead, you can do that as well. It's going to work okay. But it'll still use, if you're using somebody else's controller, then that'll be limited to Bluetooth Classic rather than Bluetooth 4.0, which is what we're using. But I say it's a key aspect for you. You asked me about how some of the Android games work.
Yeah, are you going to give support so that the games actually have, you know, that will actually be compatible? Because the controller I was holding is a great controller, don't get me wrong. The problem is, a lot of the games won't work on it. So then it's kind of, you know, makes it a little
Well, most of the games will. That's exactly where you're wrong, because most of the games will. So games that have got controller support already built into Android, they're going to work out of the box, right? Because that's going to work in Bluetooth mode. Over here on the left, that's Game Smart mode. And when you're in Game Smart mode, the controller acts as a regular Bluetooth controller. So that's going to allow you to control hundreds of Android games that have got controller support. As I say, if you hook it up to a PC, you put it in PC mode. But get this is our secret sauce. In the middle, you've got mouse mode. When you're in mouse mode, the analog thumbstick is going to replicate the movements
so you can
of
do
the
like
mouse.
an Angry Bird game like that.
Angry Birds. Let's try Angry Birds.
I want to see that.
I've actually got a standard mouse plugged in here as well. I can show you that you can use a standard mouse, or you can use our controller in mouse mode. Again, this isn't anything special. This is standard Angry Birds that we downloaded this morning from the Android App Store. And you can see I'm controlling. On my big screen TV, I've got Angry Birds running. So games that were designed for a touchscreen interface will work on your big screen TV when the controller is in mouse mode. And that is how we get around that problem. So day one, practically any Android game or application will work out of the box on Mojo.
When is ETA for this?
Holiday season. Holiday season.
Both devices.
The controller is coming out as a standalone product later this summer. And of course the controller comes bundled with the Mojo Games console, which comes out this holiday season. You know, again, things like movies, music. So you know you can stream your movies in 1080p, Netflix, Hulu, all of that good stuff is included as well. Anything that you can run on Android, you can run out of the box day one. And that's the difference between our console and a competitor. You know, as a proof of concept, guys, I mean, we're selling it as a gaming console. We're selling it as the most powerful Android gaming console on the market. But today I've got a keyboard and mouse attached to it. And you know, I can even use it as a replacement for my PC. Do some word processing on there, store my documents on there, save my documents to the cloud, save them to the SD card on the internal storage. I don't need a PC anymore.
Are you guys striving to get game developers to get support for your system?
Well, not really. I mean, we're already working with game developers and publishers. We've got hundreds of these controllers as HDKs, hardware development kits. We've got hundreds of these controllers out with publishers and developers at the moment. And of course, we're encouraging developers and publishers to include controller support into their games. But the great thing is, we're not interested in doing the software for this product. We're saying we're bringing the hardware, you bring the software. And the great thing is, because of the patent pending design, with things like mouse mode on board, it means that you can use practically any Android game day one with the controller. The only exceptions are touchscreen games that require a multi-touch interface. They're not going to work day one. We've got a few ideas for that, which we're not ready to talk about just yet.
Okay,
But
that's good.
anything else is going to run perfectly day one. So again, unlike some of the other gaming consoles out there for Android that have got 100, 200 games, with day one you have access to hundreds of thousands of games that are going to work out of the box with Mojo. So the controller coming out by itself, it comes with a mobile clip as well that allows you to dock your cell phone, so you can use your cell phone on it and carry it around with you. That comes out later this summer. The controller with the mobile clip and the Mojo Games console also coming out as a package this holiday season.
Pre-orders.
Pre-orders are going to start very soon. You need to take a look at madcatz.com for further information.
Thank you.
So welcome.
Good luck, Alex.
I don't want to hurt your finger.